Hi, I'm Brandy Gonzalez. I'm an artist and arts educator, and this is Una Plática. Una Plática.
Una Plática.
Es Una Plática.
Say plática.
Una Plática. Una Plática. Whew, I have so many early memories of being in museums. One that stands out, we walked into this museum and there was this massive I-beam sculpture, and my mom immediately asked, "What do you think that is?" And without hesitation, I just said, "A strawberry." And we walked over to the label, and that's exactly what it was. I just feel like I've always seen the world through an artist's lens, and it's been my mindset ever since. And then in the third grade, this sounds silly, I gave myself a test. I told myself if I could draw the hardest picture I could find in the National Geographic magazine, which ended up being two cheetah cub faces, then I was meant to be an artist. So that's exactly what I did. I drew this picture, and after a week of working on it, I remember looking at it and thinking, yep, that's it. I should be an artist. And the decision was made, and my little 3-year-old self. And honestly, my mom has been my biggest supporter. She was calling me an artist before I even had words for it. And so with that type of support, it gave me the confidence to just trust this path of being an artist. I absolutely consider myself a Chicana artist. I understand where I come from, and I know where I come from, and I understand how that identity carries stories that have been silenced or erased. My work often carries cultural memory, and that identity helps me not only make my work, but informs why I make it. I'm a Mexican American, third generation. I was raised on loud music, bold food, and deep pride. There's a sense of warmth, of a rhythm, a sense of belonging in our community that lives in everything. So I try to carry that spirit into my work, from the traditions to the way we gather. I want that life to carry through the images that I put down. There's not just one person. I mean, I admire everyday people that are going through hard things, have been through hard things, and they keep going. They show up authentically. They carry this resilience and passion and gratitude with them. It's people like that are just making it, that I can look at and admire and want to carry that also within myself. Yes, 100%. Places like Aslan are essential. They hold space for our stories, our language, our heritage. When you preserve culture, you're not only saving space for all of those things, but you're also building a stronger, more informed future. I would say my absolute favorite, and this is the arts educator side of me, is the superhero exhibition. A lot of my students participate, and it's such a pivotal moment for them to see their work in a real gallery space. Really creates an impact on their journey, and it reaffirms that their voice matters. And that's something that they don't always get to see, because when they enter competitions, they don't ever get to see the artwork in a real space. So having that here in town for their families to come to, and to be such a beautiful showing every time, really, really is important for their development. With my work, for me, there's a duality in it. It's both personal and collective. So on the personal level, I want to make these moments of connection where the viewer can see themselves in my work, and hopefully also carry that belonging in some way through the piece, right? Artwork's so wonderful because it spans time. I can connect and touch somebody in a way where I'm never present, right? So it's a message sent through time, which I really love. The other part is the collective part. I hope and dream that I am part of a movement where my work brings this cultural memory forward that is able to grow and promote justice and joy while carrying the culture with it, where, you know, this tiny ripple can become a wave. Man, there's so many, but if I had to boil it down about San Antonio art specifically, I just love, and I spoke about it before, I just love the deep-rooted sense of community. There's a collaborative feel to it. There's a welcome all feel to it, very akin to our gatherings, right? That sense of we're all in this together, and as a community, we rise together. So there's a sense of acceptance, and I feel the San Antonio art scene is like a city where culture and creativity are inseparable. If you want to be a professional artist and you want to turn it into a career, you have got to have grit and resilience. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So do your research. What do you want to do? What does that look like? The more informed you can be, the better. And then my biggest advice would be is the mindset shift. Make sure you're treating your art as not only craft, but business as well. Once you get that connected together, then you'll be able to move through the profession in a way to where you're always honing your craft, but you're also understanding the business side of it, which can be hard for some artists at the beginning, right? Some people think it's just all about the art, and it's yes and no. You can't forget that other side. A lot of my practice is informed by the education that I put into honing my craft. So I went to Southern Methodist University and I got my BFA there in drawing. I majored in drawing and a minor in sculpture. And then I went on to do both my master's degrees at Texas Tech, one being in arts education, and the other one, my fine art degree, was specializing in printmaking with a secondary focus in painting. So I have these areas where I draw on a lot of that craft and ability and technique to bring the visions, the work to life, using those areas of expertise to seamlessly make it look like they all go together. The large woodcut, She is Sacred, is part of a collaborative work where each one of us made an artwork that would connect to the other one. It's part of the suite that's hung at the Oxbow building by the Pearl. My work specifically is speaking to the sacredness of not only water, but also the feminine, the female, the portal which we bring life. Water is life, we are life bringers. And wanting to call back to the sacredness of not only that imagery, but also connected to the natural material of the wood itself. So carving the image out, it is white pine, very hard to carve by hand. So a router was used to make all of the lines and carve her form out and carve the movement of the water to make not only the line, but her shape exist together as one. And then also some of the imagery itself that you see like in her face and in her breast are indigenous icons that were also used to talk about water. So I did a lot of research looking up other icons and imagery that was done before me, right? No art is made in a vacuum. So you always want to study what came before. How was this done? How has it looked before? To then build in that history, build in that cultural significance, and layer the meaning and importance in one imagery altogether.